ordinary till you see the core side of it.
And what you're looking for is the story behind the news.
We bring it to you from Lagos, the commercial capital of Nigeria.
Giving you all sides and political stories round the clock.
Every detail from the start line to the final whistle.
CoreTV News, expanding your view.
Hello there, it's CoreTV News on the hour with me, Sabena Izuku. The Nigerian Medical Association wants the health authorities to reverse the decision to suspend residency training programs for striking doctors. It also demands unconditional reinstatement of resident doctors that have been handed sack letters. This was the outcome of the emergency meeting of the Nigerian Medical Association national officers in Abuja. The report.
This is the circular that forced the NMA to have an interface with the media on the ongoing doctor strike. And expectedly, its leaders are not impressed by a decision they say is targeted at breaking their ranks. Rising from an emergency meeting, NMA is demanding an immediate withdrawal of the suspension circular.
Consequently, it is hereby resolved as follows. 1. Nigerian Medical Association condemns in totality the alleged presidential directive via the Federal Ministry of Health suspending residency training program in Nigeria. Nigerian Medical Association demands immediate withdrawal of the suspension circular and unconditional reinstatement of the so-called SAG resident doctors. Government should show commitment on her part in resolving the current impasse with the Nigerian Medical Association. By all means, any attempt by government to break her ranks as association will be resisted. Rather than abolishing residency training program, government should show more commitment towards improving the already poor funded program.
NMA insists that the decision to abolish residency training program is illegal. It also sent out a clear message to resident doctors.
In the light of the above, therefore, the Nigerian Medical Association hereby directs that no doctor should accept or collect any sack letter or sign any register opened by the government or her agents in the hospitals. For the avoidance of doubt, no medical doctor, no matter how hungry, should pick up any locum appointment with the government hospitals as directed by the circular. Any doctor who flouts this directive does so at his or her own peril.
The government had argued that the doctor strike was not justifiable since it had met 90% of their demands. But the doctors have a different position.
And on the 24-point demands, government said yes, yes, yes. That does not mean implementation. And what has been said by the Honorable Minister that 90% have been met, it is absolutely false. When we expect that an agreement has been implemented is when the end result has been achieved.
The striking doctors said they have no intention to return to work until all their demands are met. They say government's decision to suspend residency training would only make a bad situation worse.
Meanwhile, resident doctors are also kicking against the government decision to suspend residency training program at the Federal Hospital. Armed with placards, they staged a peaceful protest at the Secretariat of the Nigerian Medical Association in Abuja. The resident doctors say they are now out of job for demanding improved healthcare services in Nigeria.
I'm not asking for suspension of sponsorship. They are saying they've sacked us. I don't have a job now. The letter says they are suspending the program, and there's an accompanying letter, a prototype that says they should issue to every resident, terminating his appointment. I'm a senior civil servant. You cannot sack me just like that, out of the blues, just waking up from your bed, you say I'm sacked. There has to be procedure. So if in terms of legality, they have committed a big flaw. But this is Nigeria, anything goes. What we are saying is, this is what has been done. As a tool for bargaining, we perceive that as a mistake in the principle of negotiation. It will only escalate the problem. Ebola, we are concerned. Let the federal government and the state government try enemy at the federal and state, at national and state levels to see whether we participate. If we don't participate, then we are not willing to help Nigerians. I think Ebola should be an issue that should not be used in this context at all. We have responded when the bomb blast happened in Kano, Kaduna, Yobe. We've shown them that we can go to work and do everything.
The World Health Organization says the scale of Ebola outbreak appears to be vastly underestimated as the death toll from the disease reaches 1,069. The body says its staff has seen evidence that the numbers of reported cases and the deaths do not reflect the scale of the crisis. It added in a statement that the extraordinary measures were needed. The outbreak began in Guinea in February and has since spread to Liberia, Sierra Leone, and Nigeria. However, the World Health Organization remarks that the risk of transmission of Ebola during the air travel remain low as the disease is not airborne. As a consequence, the Kenya Airways has rejected pressure to suspend its flight to the Ebola-hit states of West Africa. The outbreak, according to the World Health Organization body, was expected to continue for some time. The World Health Organization is coordinating a massive scaling up of the international response. The former governor of Anambra State, Peter Obi, has resigned as the chairman board of trustees and the leader of the All Progressive Grand Alliance. In a resignation letter addressed to the national secretary of the party and submitted in the party's Abuja office, Obi says he was resigning as the leader and the board of trustees chairman, into which he was appointed in January 2014 by the National Executive Council of the party. Though he noted that his appointment as the BOT chairman had yet to be rectified by the convention of the party as stipulated by the Constitution, Obi cited family and personal reasons for the resignation without giving details. He, however, wished that the party well in her future endeavors, adding that he remained an ordinary APGA member. Very well acknowledged as the man who kept APGA alive over the past decade. It is widely speculated that Obi had recently been denied appointment as the minister by the President Goodluck Jonathan because he refused to defect from APGA to the ruling People's Democratic Party. The Independent National Electoral Commission has said that the distribution of the permanent voters' card will not hold in some local government areas of Ondo State. The INEC Resident Electoral Commissioner for Ondo State, Akin Oribi, stated this in a statement he signed and made available to journalists in Akure. He said the distribution of the voters' card will not hold in 3 wards of Owo local government and 1 in Ondo East local government area of the state. The affected wards in our local government are Ward 05, Ward 8, Ward 11, Ward 01 in Igba, in Ondo East local government. He explained that where the distribution of the permanent voters' card was being suspended, the continuous voter registration would also not hold, saying new dates will be communicated to the people of the area for the exercise. The former Borno State Governor Ali Modu Sheriff on Friday held a closed-door meeting with President Goodluck Jonathan. He later explained to State House correspondents that he was on a private visit. The former governor, however, admitted that he is on the verge of joining the People's Democratic Party and also spoke briefly on the security situation in the northeast Nigeria.
Yes, there's this matter that I might join the PDP, but that was not the discussions that brought me to the president now.
That brings his question relevant.
Yes.
Why leave APC for PDP, and what are you bringing into?
People like us, who the nation have done everything that as an individual you want your nation to do for you, by the grace of God and the people of Nigeria have put me into that position. At every time, my interest should be how to move the nation forward. Need every one of us, every Nigerian, to put his head together to see what we can do to help this nation, whatever that as a civilian will do, will only contribute. My being a chief executive of the state for 8 years, what I have seen through my tenure, I will contribute to the security agencies through whom I got those information. And what you have to understand, the country is a big country. And Borno State is a different state from any other state in the nation.
We'll take a short break, and when we return, Prime Minister Narendra says it's a show of shame as the spate of rape increases.
You can now watch CoreTV News live from anywhere in the world on our website, www.coretvnews.com. Click on Live TV on our website and watch us live.
And welcome to CoreTV Primetime Days.
To follow us on Twitter, click on Twitter icon on our website. On Facebook, click on the Facebook and YouTube to see all our previous news production. You can also watch us live on YouTube. Click CoreTV, leave a space, then news. CoreTV News, a 24-hour news station.
Welcome you to From the Ivory Tower. And happenings around the country, varsity teachers get to air their views. Students are actually not left out. We bring you intellectual ins from the events happening around you. It is dedicated to educating the populace with a spice of entertainment.
From the Ivory Tower, Tuesdays, only on CoreTV News.
Welcome back. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has condemned the spate of rape, describing it as a source of shame for India. He urged an end to communal violence as he vowed to improve the lives of the nation's poor in his first Independence Day speech. The right-wing Hindu nationalist restated his solidarity with the wider South Asian region, but held back from mentioning India's great rival, Pakistan, which is also celebrating its independence 68 years ago. Modi said level of rape had shamed India. He urged parents to take responsibility for the behavior of their sons rather than put the onus on their daughters. Anger over the sexual violence has been rising in the last 2 years, fueled by a series of high-profile assaults, including the fatal gang rape of a student on a bus in Delhi in December 2012. And there was widespread outrage in May when 2 teenagers were found hanging from a mango tree after being gang raped in Uttar Pradesh. And that's it on the news on the hour. Please do join us at the top of the hour for more. Thanks, Sabine.